Emortal Service Center First Ride. Hey, I am from Emortal Service Center. Today, I'm gonna work through everything you need to know from the box to the road for your first ride. Remove the package. For safety, ask a friend to help. Take out the 2 clamps and 4 matching screws. Insert the screws into the clamps. Place the handlebar into the mounting slot on the frame. Align the clamps with the screws and place them on both sides of the handlebar. Use a 6mm hex key. First, use the long end to turn the screws clockwise until snug. Then use the short end to fully tighten all 4 screws. Secure brake levers. Use an 8mm wrench to tighten the 4 bolts on the inside of both brake levers clockwise. Use a 13mm wrench to remove the stock center shock bracket. Turn counterclockwise to loosen. Insert the nitrogen air shock absorber. With the warning label upright, hold one side with a 14mm wrench. Then tighten the bolts clockwise with a 14mm combination wrench until secure. Remove the quick-release axle by turning counterclockwise. Insert the front wheel into the forks. Align the brake disc. Reinsert the axle and tighten clockwise with a 17mm wrench. Loosen the 2 caliper bolts with a 5mm hex key counterclockwise. Align the brake disc groove with the caliper. Reinsert and tighten the bolts clockwise. Finally, secure the brake hose into the slot on the fork. Remove the 3 screws with a 5mm hex key counterclockwise. Align the fender, insert the center screw first, then tighten all screws clockwise with the 5mm hex key. Combine the 2 clamp pieces and insert the bolts. This forms the handlebar clamp bracket. Align it with the handlebar mount. Secure the handlebar clamp with a 4mm hex key clockwise. Insert the brake cable into the front panel slot. Pull it upward for clearance. Align the panel. Tighten screws with a 5mm hex key clockwise. Connect the headlight wire, then secure the screw and nut by hand, finishing with a 5mm hex key clockwise. Use the short end of a 5mm hex key to remove the foot peg screws by turning counterclockwise. Insert the foot peg into position, making sure the spring mechanism faces toward the rear wheel. Reinsert the screws and tighten them clockwise with the long end of the 5mm hex key until secure. Remove the safety key and power on the bike. Test the brakes, display, gear shifting, and headlight. If everything works, your assembly is complete. Enjoy your ride and always ride safely.